This place seems familiar. This place seems familiar.
Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge. It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that to... Henry! Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Let's move along.
Forgive me. It's just that... I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God, Martin's adult son? Time really does fly.
He told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name, lad?
Henry.
I'm Magdalene. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me, then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
Back when your pa used to apprentice here, my Skodder's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg. Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the blacksmith's guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burnt down. I was visiting my sister in Visokar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing. I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
How did your husband get ill?
Out of the blue. He started coughing, got weak, then lay down, and never got...
I'm sorry to hear that.
What can you do? Such is life, lad.
How did the forge's attic...
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze. Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings, but it doesn't matter now. They never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for... But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a loss, but it's like talking to a stone wall year after year. The guildmasters are too worried about their own business, but I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could...
I could be that blacksmith.
You're a blacksmith, like your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right, such a famous...
If you were to take it over, only you'll have to talk to the guild about it. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when he has an armourer's workshop in the town hall.
I'll try and talk. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you. Amen.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God bless you.
Come closer, don't be shy. Quality goods here. Greetings, my friend.
I'll have a look.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend. A blessed morning to you.
Here, Mutt.
We're now open. A fine day for some fine wear.
get
Hey,
your
oh.
money back, don't worry.
All right, all right. Just don't take it the wrong way. I'll give you another week.
You go and rinse your...
Lord be with you.
I'd like to.
If you have, and for how long?
I'd like to stay.
Very well.
Let's talk about. How's this?
You... Agreed then. Anyone can sleep.
Where can I?
Easy. You just go upstairs and... Take care now.
Henry, I was wondering when...
Eh? What now?
My chambers need cleaning.
I right away. kind master, hey, doggy?
God, why? Oh well. Now just this. My God, what now? Have no fear.
I'm sorry.
I bet. But you've got a heart of gold. There's no denying that.
Look what I have for you.
That thing's your art. Makeup?
Not a chance. I'd sooner see hell.
Everyone's afraid of feeling it and what they've made up. What was that?
A couple of drunks were sitting outside the store.
What can I do for you? I'll have a look at...
Word about the... What would you say?
You'll have... I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Master Bushek?
Aye?
I'm Henry of Scalit. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the...
Well,
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing, even getting the building back into...
I take care of the money.
Aye. But only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outs.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But first, you'll be required...
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, and third, you'll have to compete. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family...
As far as experience, I worked for Master Radov,
Tackle?
the finest forge in the Trotsky region. Lord von Berghoff in...
Von Berghoff, the royal...
Should I go and get a letter?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready...
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a black...
Oh?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be...
Wait. Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during...
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. Some of the masters were good friends of his. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity. It seems answering questions about your family and... Are you ready?
What is the guild...
The guild trial consists of a first, you'll have to... And after that, you'll forge a sword. Of course, the trial comes at us... Well then.
What is the verbal exam...
In short, all the basics every good blacksmith...
I can.
Glad to hear it. Everything you need to know is neatly laid out in this handbook on blacksmithing. And for a small fee, I'd be happy to sell it to you.
I'm interested.
Here it is.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Then go and brush. Good day to you. I'll be right with you.
Braver Köter. Ganz brav.
About the guild...
Yes?
I'm ready.
Great. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the guild forge, where the trial will take place. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word. But first, I reckon you should take a look in that handbook.
Why was Magdalena bothering you about the smithy?
She's used to sticking her nose into everything. Even guild matters that aren't her concern. Old Skoda. May the Lord grant him eternal rest. Always tolerated it. She probably doesn't want to live out her years in her ruin. On the other hand, it was her choice. We offered her a cottage elsewhere, but she would...
Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm not that interested. They call me Bushek the Elder, because my son's taken up the arm. I've been in the guild nearly 30 years. I've seen it rise and falter, and if I've learned anything in that time, it's that there's an answer to every question I try to live by.
Why did they call Martin?
Truth be told, I don't know. Master Skodak, he probably called him that because Martin was always... Whatever sort of idea is that we weren't terribly close, what with the age difference. But Martin had a bright... That much was clear to everyone in the guild. He could have become one of us.
What exactly happened with the...
That was a tangled affair. Fires can start on their own sometimes. Widow Magdalena was out of town, staying with her sister. Naturally, the city watch looked in. I don't even remember anyone pointing.
I'd like to know more about...
He was a true master, trained in the Empire and in Italy. He was known for his versatility. He forged swords, armor. Besides making top-quality work, he also handled... Sadly, he fell ill.
I'd like to wait...
Very well, then.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now. The guild forge isn't far. We just passed through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? How can you tell you're making progress while forging?
Next time before you do something so foolish, eh?
By the...
At your service.
sparks?
Dead wrong. The longer you forge, the closer your workpiece resembles the finished product. I have one more question.
May God give you health, sir.
There you are. Come, come. Everyone is looking forward to seeing what you can do. Why do blacksmiths whistle while they're hammering?
To keep rhythm.
Exactly. It's so they can keep rhythm. At least you got this one right.
Careful.
I reckon it wouldn't hurt to take another peek in the handbook before the trial. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs of my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout the kingdom. It's quite a unique collection. And the best part is, I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
At your service, sir.
I heard that there are some Pächter here in Württemberg. Let them step forward and prove their skill, if they have the courage for it.
Ready? We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Skalitz.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye, Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around.
Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
That's right.
Richtig.
Let's move on to the second.
I'd like to ask Henry if sparks while forging are a good or bad sign.
They're a good sign.
I'm afraid that's the wrong answer.
It was a trick question. Sparks are a bad sign when heating the workpiece, but a good one while hammering it.
I'm afraid not. You'll have to really put in an effort during the practical exam, Henry.
We will pay even closer attention to the quality of your product so that you can...
Your task will be to... Here's the design for it. As
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky.
Let's see, then.
Komm schön.
Let's see, then.
It looks like the lad has a firm grip. I'm sorry.
What's next?
Just like Martin.
Genau. Konzentrieren!
Well, I'm about half done.
you're doing well. Keep it up.
Nothing special.
Take a look at that. Stärker! Komm schön!
Let's see, then.
It looks like the lad has a firm grip.
Genau.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
All done?
Let's see what you made. My! I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Fantastic work, Henry. This sword is a piece of art. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmith's Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters.
Not that hard,
Hang
is
up
it?
that sword. Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
This is just the beginning. I will become your leader.
You... what?
I'm not only a great blacksmith, but a warrior, too. Not to mention a nobleman.
You're a noble? From what family?
From,
Stop with the gloating, would you? You've barely hung up your sword and you're already trying to lecture us.
Let's move on, shall we? In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman.
We'll see about that, once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
To finish sorting out the shipments.
We with you, sir. Excuse me.
I have
It was
things
good to see you, my friend. Go now, Henry. Hey! What's that you're taking there? He's over there, stealing from them.
Careful!
I apologize.
Clear up!
So?
Why are you fooling around with that door? Get going right now. I heard that there are some Fechter here in Kuttenberg. Let them step forward
Du,
and prove their
you
skill.
are a brave
if they
Fechter.
have the courage
Why
for
not
it.
test yourself against the Meister? No man in Kuttenberg is as good as Menhard.
What's going on here?
Meister Menhard is challenging all comers.
If any of you
He's the
want
best
to learn
Fechter
the
wide and
art
far.
of fechten
No better
properly,
can you find.
do
Bist
not
du,
waste your time
brave?
with the local
Do you not
amateur.
believe?
It is better to
So
learn
try
with a
it.
true Meister
Challenge him.
like me.
Tell me something about Master Menhard.
You better ask
I
Menhard,
am here for
not me.
anyone who wants to learn the true art of the Langschwert. Gepriesen sei der Herr.
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein... And with whom do...
Henry.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German... He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat. Since you carry such... You can prove you too possess... When you show me how you handle a sword...
Do you normally challenge people?
No, normalerweise nicht. But things in Kuttenberg sind... I came from Frankfurt to teach the art des Fechtens. But here in Kuttenberg, I have been treated with disrespect. That is why I must defend my claim. I am looking for brave men to take them on as Studenten.
Are you really the best swordsman?
Richtig. No man is besser. Certainly not. If you do not believe me, try.
I'm not in...
Schade. So, here in Kuttenberg, everyone is a...
If you're trying to say I have no balls, think again.
My humble respects.
I changed my mind, Menhard.
Wunderbar. I always like a good... But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our... Aber kein Harnisch. No armor.
Sure.
Good. Take off the steel and armor. You can keep your gambus... I heard that there are some Fechter here in Kuttenberg. Let them step forward and prove...
All right, men.
Gut, Hein. How about...
Vet.
Wie sagt... For some Groschen, yeah?
Naturally.
Good. We have spoken. So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Wonderful day
Oh nein! Verdammt!
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhard, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master long swordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
Right then. So I will face your Nikolaus or any other man. We shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhard. No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The Council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
Wait a moment, Counselor. You might not know it, but Menhard here comes from a noble family. His uncle is the brave knight, Alberic von
Feildorf.
Right. And as a noble, he must be tried according to city law.
Don't imagine...
Henry.
Don't imagine, Henry, that the Kuttenberg councillors are incapable of keeping order, even among the nobility. But we are also capable of prudently showing magnanimity and restraining hostility between the classes. This time we'll let it go with just a warning. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you, should this be repeated again, it will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kuttenberg Sword-Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right, which also applies to your eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say, but that's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword-fighting art.
Horseshit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword-fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
I seduced his lovely daughter. I'm not going to tell you everything I did to her, though.
Du Tier! Ich werde deinen Schwanz abhacken!
Well, it seems Henry's tongue isn't the only organ he likes to exercise.
Yeah, that's what Ulrika said too, in between moaning.
Halt die Klappe! I will cut off your Schwanz and shove it down your throat!
I understand, Menhard. You're in the right. Do what you want with Henry, but not here. Take him off somewhere into the woods, and afterwards make your peace with God.
Verstanden. Komm, Heinrich! We are lodging in the Schenkel Kaiser Karl, not far from here on Merchantstrasse. We will discuss our business there.
Ha! You can do nothing to us.
You could kiss my ass. Count yourself lucky you had your pal here. Otherwise, we'd have dragged you out of town with our teeth.
Dummheit! You would lose your teeth blitzschnell and end up on your arse.
Stop this shit, all of you! I'm sure you all have better things to do. So off you go!
Wie geht es dir?
Nicht jetzt, Heinrich. Later, ja? Follow us to the Kaiser Karl Tavern here in Kuttenberg. It is not far from here. We can talk in peace there. Und danke for standing up for us.
Sorry.
I'm at your service, sir.
Jugs here, big and small. Jugs for sale.
Buy two pots. I've got lots. Have a ball as well. Sound as a bell.
Careful.
Hey, that's enough of that.
You do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one mass. I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
We can't be together here on earth. We'd be together after death.
It was just one mass.
You don't care.
Sorry.
God bless you, sir.
Over this 100 times.
Go to confession and donate some money to the church. Got that? Or I'll end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself. I'm not myself.
All right, I will, but I've got to go now. My wife's oh, shit. What about my marriage?
Look here, Menhard.
Halt die Klappe! You will put your schmutzigen Hände on my little Ulrika? I will put you on a spike, du Tier!
Hang on, Menhard. I only made that up.
Klar! I only wanted to see the frightened look on your Gesicht to keep you in line. But you should have thought of something anderes. Zum Teufel, you made me a big shame. I will have to fix this for my good name.
Sorry. I just said the first thing that came into my mind.
Ja, aber do not do it again. Klar?
Klar.
Gut. Auf jeden Fall, thank you for standing up for us and dealing with Fridush. We appreciate that. Be assured. It is good we do not have to leave the town or pay any geld to those fools. That would be eine Schande. A disgrace. Auf jeden Fall. It is not over yet with those Kuttenberger Fechter. We must somehow compete with them to preserve our honor and glory. It is not possible that a Meister such as I can be rejected and humiliated.
Richtig. Es muss Gerechtigkeit geben.
Listen, Menhard. Tell me what it's all about. You have some charter from King Wenceslas.
Ja, genau.
Well, actually, I'd be interested in knowing everything.
Of course. Hör mal. Your King Wenzel sent me the charter and invited me here to Kuttenberg to set up a Bruderschaft der Fechter. I should serve here for 3 Jahre and teach Fechter. Then I would choose a new Meister from among them who would take my place when I went back to Frankfurt.
How come you came all this way for that? Wouldn't you be better off in Frankfurt?
Ja, aber King Wenzel promised much Geld. But the most important is my honor and my duty to teach good Fechten. The Frankfurt Meisters of Langschwert travel thus and start sword fighting schools in towns of Deutschland und anderen Ländern. And one cannot refuse an invitation from the tschechischen König. King Wenzel promised it would all be settled by the Kuttenberg Stadtrat. But before we got here, alles war anders. Ein neuer Stadtrat. Wenzel held captive and König Sigismund here with a big army. What is more, there was here already a Bruderschaft der Fechter. And Meister Nikolaus aus Prague came at the invitation of the Metzger Emmeram and other Bürger. Sigismund named a new Stadtrat, and they accepted Nikolaus and rejected our Charta. That is why I muss mich duellieren with Nikolaus and the anderen, to defend my guten Ruf and mein Recht. Aber they have refused, made cowardly excuses, and want to get rid of uns.
But our right remains. The Charta vom König Wenzel spricht klar.
Ja, we cannot just walk away and allow this öffentliche shame to continue.
Menhard, ich habe dis Idee. Aber Problem ist, we need a third man. Aber jetzt Schicksalsmeis upon us. Und Heinrich ist hier.
Verstanden.
Heinrich will greifen us an der Arme. Ein einfacher kleiner Einbruch and we will beat them in their own game.
What's he saying?
We need your help, Heinrich. You will have to do a little theft for us. It is an easy job, keine Sorge.
Look here. If you want me to go breaking in and stealing, you better tell me what for.
I understand your concern. I think we said it a little too schnell. It is not exactly stealing. We'll just borrow something from the Kuttenberger Fechter. We will return everything as we should after it is done. We cannot do it ourselves, because our Gesichter are too well known around here. So we have to ask you. You will not get in any trouble from this, I promise. Because we will show we are in the right. Believe me, we will reward you well. I will teach you much in the Kunst des Schwerts.
All right. I have a feeling you're in the right. And besides, you serve King Wenceslas. You can count on me.
Wunderbar.
Also zugestimmt? You will not be sorry. I will teach you many secrets of die Kunst des Schwertes. I will make you a great Fechter. Arne, lass es uns hören.
Also, es ist einfach. You must into der Fechthalle einbrechen und ihr Gildenschwert stehlen and then hang it am Rathaus.
Es ist so. You must break into their sword-fighting hall. You can recognize the sword sicher. It is surely a Meisterwerk. Then you must hang it on the Rathaus for alle Bürger to see. But no one must see you. Vielleicht it is best to go.
I'm starting to understand. The Kuttenberg swordsmen display their guild sword on the town hall to announce that they're accepting challenge, except they would never do that themselves, so we'll give them a little nudge. They won't be able...
Exactly, Heinrich. I see you know a lot about...
Where do I find that?
Natürlich hier in Kuttenberg. Near the new... There on the corner is the Badehaus of Herr Adam. Die Fechthalle, the sword fighting hall, du wirst sie leicht finden. They have a shield hanging up, and you will hear the swords ring.
All right.
Wunderbar. The main thing is, they must not see you. And if...
Yeah. Murder can make...
Gut. Agreed.
What do you want a boat for? So I don't drown. Road here! Right, road. You're always welcome here.
We could start a ferry service.
Take care. Best of luck to you.
God be with you. God bless.
closer. Don't be shy. Quality goods here.
Oh, good people. How about this poor wretch?
Careful.
Good news. I gained the right to...
Wonderful. Finally, we... Oh, I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside...
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon... and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it...
I'm sure I can...
I hope so. Looks like you have... But first, you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out. I'll have to open this gate from the other side. I wonder what's in store for me here. This looks like it was an apprentice's room. I'll need a spade for this. Now just to put it in a sack and take it to the wagon. Lugging sacks really never gets old. Ah, come on.
Carrying those heavy
One
sacks
sack after
around
another.
I couldn't handle it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
It's even worse than I thought in here.
I reckon I can still use these materials. Whew. Oh, Christ, that's heavy. Whew. Some of this is bound to come in handy.
Whew, those sure look heavy.
Looking better already. What's this? It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
Henry! Greg! My word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. You see this, Skoda? Your forge is...
I found this. The mark Martin. Do you know what it could be?
Aye. That looks like one of the sketches. They always met up in the evenings after work. And over something so...
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathaus Tower. Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed. So they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Skoda involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet... Oh, I can't recall. But I remember they did some work on it, but the city...
What happened?
They brought in some Italians, all the way... And how do you think that...
They messed it.
It was a terrible disgrace. There was no money left for the repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broke. But what can you do? Better to...
I want to spruce this whole...
All right, then. Come. This was Skoda's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favourite spot. And now, it's yours.
It's an odd...
I think there's just one. You have to put up a shop. Have a look at the plans. Good work, Henry.
We'll get this place...
Now that you're officially open...
What do you need?
Nothing difficult. It served me for many years, even after he died.
Why didn't you get a new one in all those years?
I don't need besides. If you're even half as...
Of course.
And don't forget to sharpen it too.
I noticed your brooch.
It's a nightingale. Shkodem, I used to sing while I worked. And he'd always say, my little...
It's a real map.
It's mainly a keepsake now. Not much of his is left, and an axe doesn't make...
I'd like to know more
What would you like?
How did he become a guild man?
Not long after our wedding, he passed the guild exam. He was even... There were 2 vacant ones. One in town, in the merchant's quarter, where young Matty... Everyone was surprised he chose this place. And we were right. People didn't mind walking outside the walls as our smithy prospered. Shkodder's influence grew, not just in the guild. He even took... But he didn't...
How many journeymen did he train?
Well, not all. He started with some lad called Yaneba from Petch. But the boy couldn't take Shkodder's high stand. My husband was a strict man. Your father was an exception. Him and that says something about their skill.
What happened after?
It's all a bit of a blur. I don't really remember that time. It all happened so quickly. He fell ill. Suddenly the smithy was full of people. The guildmasters arranged the funeral, the council... The journeyman disappeared without a word. I went to my sister's for a time, and while I was away, the roof caught fire. And the rest you know.
Would you tell me something about...
Gladly.
What was Martin like?
He was a well-mannered boy. I didn't know him outside the forge, but by all accounts, word was, he never missed a chance for mischief. He was always betting. He eventually talked him into a wager. I don't even remember what... He took a long pole. It seemed like a clever idea. Shkodder called him Frisky.
How was he at the trip?
Better than good. He wasn't a complete beginner when he came. I think he brought a few sketches. He wanted to become a swordsmith, and it shut my husband praised, and he didn't hand out...
How did you get...
He was no trouble. Ate whatever I cooked, helped out. He was a bit like... Although, he never wanted to talk about his family, where he was born, where he came from.
Why did he end up leaving Kuttenberg?
If only I knew. One day he was still here, comforting me, saying everything would... He was gone. Didn't even take his things. I often wondered if he'd got him... And I doubt we have... Almost done.
Fine. Now to temper it.
Well, I'm about half done.
looks good. Now just to temper it.
Sharp as a razor.
I have that axe you wanted.
Wonderful. My word. This is really great work, Henry. Just be warned. People here in the city... So, if you mess...
All right.
Word will spread soon enough that locals don't have to go to the city to have something. Everyone around here knows me, so sometimes I did the same for my husband.
As long as it doesn't...
Why would it? I'll help out around the house, and I'll be happy to help with this too. Oh, and one more important thing. You can also sell pieces. There's a storeroom past the left door under the archway on the street, where you'll find a chest you can put products in, and I'll do my best to sell them. Here's the key to the chest. I'll hold onto the money for the products for you.
Where did you say the chest is?
In the storeroom. It's the left door beneath the archway. You can't miss it.
You've taken on quite the workload.
I don't mind. All the movement... In the meantime, you can focus...
What do you mean, get...
The guildmasters are... It would be best if you try to be on good terms. For example, Boris of Brod. He used to be one of your pa's best friends. He might even tell you about... Oh, yes, you do. Take care and have a good night.
Sharp as a razor.